Okay, hey traders, I hope you are doing very, very well. As promised on Monday, I was going to give you another video of an update of the market itself. And we're looking at right now, looking at the S&P 500, okay? And what we're looking through in this video, just giving a bit of a market update to see what's happening since my last video, which is only a couple of days ago now. And what we're looking at here, we're looking at a daily chart of the S&P 500. Okay, a daily chart of the S&P 500. And if I just zoom this in a bit more, let me just fix my screen up here. Okay, if I zoom this in a bit more on a daily chart basis, you can see what's happened here. In my last video, I mentioned that if the market does not hold this level here, we're likely to get a significant down move. And that's exactly what's happened. You can see this overall support resistance line through here. If I just squeeze this chart up, you can see this overall resistance point here, resistance point all through here at a support resistance level. And it ran up through here, and once again, let me zoom it back in again now. And what happened is we ran it back up here, went sideways and popped straight back up, and now we come straight back down. Now, to me, that's very, very bearish on the actual market itself. Very bearish. And if we have a look at the weekly chart again now, and look what's happening here, okay? This is quite significant in the overall market itself too, because you can see, once again, guys, traders, we can see that we had this overall. Let me just fix this up here. We had this overall resistance point here, the resistance point here, then we had the sort of the peak up there, and now we had resistance, and now it's becoming resistance again. And so what's happening here is we're creating a bit of a peak here. Now that's, remember I said before in the last video, okay? The reason I'm doing these videos is to show you what's happening. And this is the start. This could be the start of a down move. So once again, I said in the last video, if we do see the down move through here, which is happening, if we do start to break this low here, okay, this is the key low for us. And I want to, traders, if you, traders, I want to make sure that you keep an eye on this low down here, right about the 1260 level. If indeed the market does not break up above this high up here, which is the 1357 level, okay, and it continues to run down past the 1260 level on the daily chart, then that is a significant change in the market, okay? Don't worry about the sellers coming in yet, because overall the market still stays stepping up, okay? We need to wait for the confirmation of the sellers coming in control. The very first thing you see here, right, we've now created, this is now our very first lower peak, okay? Peak, lower peak, and if we have a look at this now, we just created, this was a trough, and now we're creating, this is a lower trough down here, okay? So this is the makings of a start of a down move. So I would be very, very careful if you were long-term buy and hold, because if we started to break this 1260 level, then I do believe that's going to be the start or the makings of a new down move or new downward move, okay? So make sure you keep an eye out for that. Make sure you keep an eye on the actual market itself, because this is exactly what's happening right now. And if we do start to see a market moving down, that to me is going to be the start or the makings of a possible downward move. Remember, now if you remember what we said in the last video, we had support, then resistance, then support, and then resistance, okay? The market made a trough, a peak, a lower trough, a lower peak, and then the market came down. Well, guess what's happening right now? We've made a trough, made a lower trough, made a peak, and if we start to see another significant down move, well, that's going to be the start of the lower peaks, lower troughs, lower peaks through here, and it's going to be the exact same thing, and we're likely to see a lot more downward moves, okay? So keep an eye on that weekly chart, traders, and I hope that this video has quickly given you an update on what's happening in the market right now. Again, the bulls overall are still majorly in control. Okay, let me just delete these off the charts now. Bulls are still majorly in control, so do not worry. Do not worry about that as yet, but the makings of a downward move is starting to happen. We're starting to see a major topping pattern here. And if I squeeze this chart out a bit more, okay, let me just draw this in here. If we look at this thing through here, let me delete that. We can start to see this sort of action is happening. And this here, what is this? This is simply a representation of a topping pattern. Okay, a topping pattern. It looks like a bit of a hut. Okay, well let's have a look over here. Guess what? When the market over here, what happens? The market makes a bit of sort of like a V bottom, so to speak. And look at that. Okay, goes down and comes back up, goes up, comes back down. Guess what's happening? Guess what happened over here in 2008 before the market started to come down? Market ran up, and then the market gave this little sort of pointing overall round top before it came down. Then it came down, started to give this sort of a round bottom and started to pick back up through here. Guess what? This didn't happen here, did it? It actually just went up, up, down, sideways, and now picked back up again, and now we're creating this overall round top. I'm not saying the bears are in control yet, but the makings and the signs on the chart are becoming a lot more significant bearish than bullish, okay? So that's exactly what's happening in the chart right now. Traders, make sure that you come down to tradinginvestingforyou.com, where we teach all this and a lot more techniques within our courses and education, and also free videos and PDFs and cheat sheets and reports we give out. So come down to Trading Investing For You so I can help you out even more. Okay, traders, that's it for me. Please enjoy the rest of your day. I'll come back at the end of the week to give you another weekly update. If you have not seen my other video, then make sure you come to tradinginvestingforyou.com, and I'll show you the other video that I put on YouTube just at the start of the week. Okay, so please have a great weekend, and remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.